Message of His Excellency Benigno S. Aquino III, President of the Philippines. I am honored to speak on behalf of the President today. Allow me to share with you his message for this occasion. We gather at a time of great difficulty and heartbreak. All of us present are well aware of the devastation brought about by Yolanda. We know of the stories of the many who perished and of the many more displaced. Aerial photos of towns that were in the storm's path show the extent of the damage. The very social infrastructure and support systems in many affected areas need to be rebuilt as we work to sustain relief efforts and reach far-flung, isolated communities. I believe this tragedy tells us that just as we must be prepared to confront and respond to natural disasters, just as we find ways to improve our systems and mechanisms of governance, if we are to truly ensure the safety and welfare of our countrymen as one nation, we must also commit our efforts to addressing the adverse impacts or effects of climate change. We cannot be trapped in a vicious cycle of preparation, devastation, and reconstruction. As I've said in the past, climate change is an unquestionable reality. I believe that it is incumbent upon us to engage everyone, especially those with the capacity to enact meaningful change at the global level, in ensuring that natural disasters of this scale are mitigated and effectively addressed. It is equally important to us, or for us, to impress the need for responsible stewardship of the environment to coming generations. This is the very principle behind our gathering today. By discussing environmental issues which have very real social consequences with students like you, by raising the level of awareness about climate change, we enable you to be partners in safeguarding your future. Just as our administration is committed to making more Filipino students aware through school-based initiatives such as the Youth for Environment in Schools, or YES program, we are also implementing strategic activities at the national level, activities that we know will redound to the benefit of both present and future generations. In particular, in 2011, we launched the National Greening Program, the objective of which is to plant 1.5 billion trees by 2016. I am told, to date, we have planted over 330 million seedlings across the country. Also in 2011, we issued Executive Order Number 23, which creates an anti-illegal logging task force to make sure that our forests are conserved and protected, and to guarantee that the harnessing of resources is done in a responsible and acceptable manner. Add to this, determined to make sure we effectively adopt and mitigate the effects of climate change in the medium and longer term, we approved the National Climate Change Action Plan for 2011 to 2018. The objectives of these initiatives, however, can only be truly realized if students such as yourselves take part in conserving our natural resources. Through your own little way, whether it be by recycling to minimize waste, setting up cleanup drives in your respective communities and schools, or by joining conferences such as this to develop the ideas and strategies that will encourage more to participate, you help bring about meaningful change, change that will benefit generations to come. It is my hope that as our administration continues to find ways to improve our capacities to adapt and respond to challenges, as we work to promote sustainable and inclusive practices, you will choose to further contribute in strengthening the culture of cooperation and resilience by being even more conscientious members of a national and global community. The success of this endeavor can only come about in a context where everyone, governments, corporations, and individuals, equally commits to realizing a shared goal, to balance development and the need to conserve resources, to pursue a collective strategy that finds root in our individual capacity to contribute, while engaging others in a positive manner, to sustain and spur economic growth, while laying the groundwork for a more sustainable, more equitable future. I believe that with your help, we can do so much for our environment, our nation, and the world we live in. Thank you and good day. Signed, His Excellency Benigno Simeon Aquino III.
Thank you very much, Secretary Lucille Sering.
Okay, thank you very much, Secretary Lucille Sering. Now, what we will be witnessing right now is an institutional video of the Climate Change Commission.
All right, so what is the mandate of the CCC, or the Climate Change Commission?
Wow. Republic Act number 9729, or the Climate Change Act of 2009. Hirap ng tanong mo eh. Mandates the Climate Change Commission to be the lead policy-making body of the government to coordinate, monitor, and evaluate climate change-related programs of the government.
Kasi to be frank, Ate Pebbles, no, when we're talking about the issue of climate change, hindi pa siya ganun ka-mainstream eh. So it's very important yung role ng CCC na ma-institutionalize siya, and na lahat ng sectors, especially the youth sector, would be having an important role to mainstream this issue.
That's why what we will be witnessing right now, the video will be showing what the Climate Change Commission has accomplished since its establishment in 2009. So?
Alright, so nandito, okay na ata? Alright, so let's all watch this video about the climate change institutional information. Alright.
Okay, class, I want you to draw things that you use or see every day.
Part of our modern way of life are these vehicles that we use for our transportation. For these to run, burning fuel is necessary. That results in the emission of carbon dioxide. At home, we use these appliances every day. For these to work, electrical energy is needed. However, this energy also comes from burning of oil, gas, and coal that emit greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane into our atmosphere. Using these appliances excessively means wasting excessive amounts of energy, which therefore causes emission of large amount of greenhouse gases, more than our planet can handle. Now imagine these are greenhouse gases.